We're going to have about 5 major topics, including the first. I want you to understand that every place that I'm going to talk about to have an adventure, I've been to at least once, and most of these places 2 and 3 times. Secondly, I've been probably to about 12 different tourist locations in the Philippines, but only about 7 of those 12 did I enjoy even a lot. 7 of 12, and 5 of them I would never go back, and I will explain those places to you as well as to why you should not visit them unless you have a different idea of adventure than I do. And when I say adventure, I mean something that has to do with sports, and what you might call an adventure might have to do with college girls between the ages of 18 and 21. Those are 2 different types of adventures in the Philippines. I would choose take a hard pass on that type of an adventure. When I say adventure, I mean swimming, snorkeling, scuba diving, ziplining, hiking, or a beautiful beach. So we're going to go over that. We're also going to go over Barry Jordan's affidavit, which I'm going to make right now a disclaimer, and it's in my community post, that this affidavit that Barry Jordan has posted on his girlfriend's page, Shah. I gave you the link on my community post, and I'm going to give you the link now to the affidavit, to her post, and we may even read a little bit about it, especially pages 21 to 25. That is one. That is one. If any of that is true, Lord help the man who's being accused of pages 21 to 25. We're going to talk about that, and then we're going to talk about the prices of the adventures that I have been on. At the time I was on those adventures, and I updated some of the prices to today's monies. So the beautiful pair of eyes that you see in the thumbnail of the picture is a woman I've known for about, going on 3, possibly 4 years, who I've seen her once or twice a month, but I have never seen her with makeup on. And last week I went into the city, and she had just gotten her hair done. She had some lipstick on. She had her eyes with the black mascara, and she had a little bit of rouge. I had never seen her with makeup on, and she looked more like a supermodel than the person that I know her to be. So I had asked her if I could take a picture of her, and she said yes, and that is her eyes. So we won't get involved with that at this time, but I will tell you that what she does, her life's work, she's probably better at it than any other person I ever met in that field. She is the most proficient and efficient person that I've ever met in that life type of work that she does. So that was pretty cool. And let's get to the adventures in the Philippines. I'm going to open up my window now and turn it around and see if there's any chat, which I see at the bottom of the page. Hey, look at this. We also Red Horse Adventures, baby. Red Horse Adventures told me there was a package in the mail the other day. And what was in the mail? 5 pairs of 4.5 glasses with 5 individual glass holders. And they came in this box. Red Horse Adventure, thank you. They came in this box. They're called reading glasses, made in China. These are 4.5s, and these are 3 more pairs, plus this one. And then the ones, the Guapo, the ones I have on. And I thank Red Horse Adventures. Thank you very much, Red Horse. I'm good now. And these glasses, when I put them on, I could see my, well, I could see like the detail in a piece of cloth, like the threads, or I could see the webbing in my hands. With the other glasses, they were 4.5s, but they are 5 years old, 6 years old. So these glasses have clarity of the lenses. There's no hazing. That's what the good word, hazing. Now, what I did with these glasses is I bought elastic bands, both small and large variety. And let me show you how to do this. So you take the elastic, when we get a pair of glasses. Where's my glasses? I need a pair of glasses to show you what I want to show you. I needed glasses to do the work on the glasses. Okay, so here's a Guapo pair of glasses. So you take the elastic and you punch one hole in the Michael Hunt. Whoa, we have to get the pot. Hold on, Mike. You put a hole in the material, and you put it through so the elastic stays on the outside of the ear of the thing. Then you take some thread and you wrap this elastic material around the ear. When you get that wrapped tight, you take some 502 cyanacrylite adhesive. After you get it wrapped with the thread, you put the cyanide acrylic on here, and it emulsifies into the lens arm of the glasses, and then it hardens this up into a rock hard piece of elastic that will never pull off. So make sure you put the elastic to the outside of the ear, so when you put it on like this, the elastic is on the outside. If it's on the inside, it's going to interfere with your temples. So I have enough to do 5 sets of glasses, and then I have extra in case I want to do other glasses. So thank you, Red Horse Adventure. Thank you very much. And I feel like I can see all the little details of stuff again, which is true. I don't feel anything. I know it to be a fact. Well, let's get the pot, because Michael Hunt is in the house. We always bang the pot, because we're going to say Michael Hunt 3 times fast, and that always gets the video flagged. And then I have to apply for them to review the video. So, Mike, you cost me a lot of time. a lot of views. But that's okay, because Michael Hunt is in the house. Michael Hunt, his name is Mike Hunt. Michael Hunt, his name is Mike Hunt. And if you wanted to know where Mike Hunt is, you could just yell it out across the room. Mike, where is Mike Hunt? Where is Mike Hunt? Where is Mike Hunt? Michael Hunt, wherefore art thou? Say it loud and say it proud. Where is Mike Hunt? All right, so thanks for stopping by, Mike. So, Red Horse Adventures, we got that. Mike Hunt gave me a big smile. So we're going to talk about adventures in the Philippines, what they cost and where to go for them. So, for me, this is my life. I like adventure. I actually always, if I find the drive with 7,000 pictures, you will see me even at the young age of 15. Could have been 14. So when I was 14 when I went to California in 1970, and I actually got to fly a plane when I was 14 years old. And that plane was a 4-seater. I forgot the name of the plane, but I did know that man who owned the plane for about 25 years till he passed away in the early 90s. And he was a very famous man in Temecula, California. So after that, I had built several airplanes. So airplanes, because I went to aviation high school, were always part of my life. So then eventually I learned how to fly a Cherokee Warrior 2 and a Buccaneer 2, a Cherokee Warrior and a Buccaneer 2 with an explosive parachute with pontoons. The Buccaneer 2 had a pterodactyl where you sat in a nylon bag. And you sat in a nylon bag and you had your throttle in one hand and you had your steering in the other. And then you had your rudders in the front. And then there was a front canard. Again, you had the canard in the front. So you guys don't have to believe any of it, but I do have pictures of most of this stuff. But when I got older, my adventures were owning heavy equipment, ripping trees out of the ground, deforestation of acres and acres of land, ripping out tree roots, because I enjoy that type of work. I enjoy things that are out of the norm. So operating a backhoe and ripping 60 and 70 foot tree roots out and felling the trees, it's that in and of itself is an adventure. But here in the Philippines, we're limited to what kind of adventures you can have. And basically, when you cannot compare America to the Philippines. Forget that. Can't do it. We have everything possible to do in the United States, in the continent of the United States. Here in the Philippines, you're limited to about a few things. You're limited to beautiful beaches, which we also have in America. Only a few coral reefs in the Philippines are viable coral reefs in today's world. Whereas in America, at one time, there was 100 miles off the coast of the Florida Keys of coral reefs. And of course, California has their beautiful beaches, but the Pacific Ocean is cold. So in the Philippines, as far as diving, as far as beaches are concerned, the Philippines has more beaches, warm water, than America. And they don't cost anything to go on the beach. But when you want an adventure outside sitting on a sandy beach, you need to pay for that service. Now, I will tell you that the services to go scuba diving in the Philippines in American dollars are more American dollars here in the Philippines than you'll pay in America. Not rated for income, but more money in the Philippines to go diving than it costs you to go diving on a boat in America. So I will give you a for instance, because I have a video up. To go out from the Amore Dive Center, which means love, from mile marker 103, Amy Slate owns it, was $65. But on the boat, you're going to get fresh water shower, a 48-inch TV screen, connections to charge up your phones and your gadgets and your computer. You can play your videos on the TV screen. You're going to get 2 oranges and 2 bags of potato chips and 2 sodas. You're going to get 2 dives, a deep dive up to 120 feet and a shallow dive at about somewhere between 20 and 60 feet. But you're going to get those amenities of cushioned seats, big screen TV, 2 cans of soda, 2 bags of potato chips, 2 oranges, and ice fresh water. And music in stereophonic, quadraphonic sound. Here in the Philippines, you pay $65 to sit on a piece of plywood, no showers, no free oranges, no free pineapples, no bags of potato chips. But the dive masters here are good. So the prices for diving here in the Philippines are similar to the prices in America, but in America you're going to get a much better tour of the area that you're in, because from Amy Slate's Dive Center, you get on a boat and you go 8 miles through mangroves, through the Florida Cut, through the bay, the Key Largo Bay and Blacks, the area of around Blacks Bay. You get to go through a bird sanctuary, a mangrove sanctuary where there are alligators and crocodiles in that area, and then you're going to get to go for about 25 to 35 minutes out to the ocean, to the Spiegel Grove, which is another 6 miles out once you get out from the Florida Bay. Here, you get on a boat for $65 and you can see where they're going to bring you. Could be about a half a mile, could be 3/4 of a mile, and maybe if you're lucky, you're going to go 2 miles. So that's one type of adventure, diving. Is there more flora, fauna, and fish in the Philippines than in America? The answer is no. About the same amount. When you get a good, beautiful coral reef here, you're going to get about the same amount as if you were to dive the Florida Keys and you were to go to a nature preserve in the Florida Keys. You're going to see more fish in the Florida Keys. Bigger fish. Bigger moray eels, bigger sharks. You might see a sunfish. You're going to see grouper that could weigh 600 pounds, 700 pound, 500 pound groupers. You're going to see thousands of barracudas. So there's more life, fish life, aquatic life, more flora and fauna in America than the Philippines. So if you're coming to the Philippines and you're only coming here because you think there's something special here, there's not. The water here, though, is warm. But in the Florida Keys, the water is warm from May until November. It's cold in the wintertime, where you would wear a 1/8 inch suit. 1/8 would be enough in the wintertime. Here you can dive all year. Now, are there wrecks here that we don't have in America? Yes. So I need to open up the comments section here. And then I will read the comments from Carmen Carrillo and whoever else is out there. I wonder... Okay, I'm getting to that now.
Do you know why rich people only sleep for 6 hours?
I'm very lax when it comes to reading the comments. The Prunk Zapato. 33 pages, baby. 33. I love that number. Because, of course, as everyone knows, I was a Mason. Was, as in past tense, even though the rule of law is once a Mason, always a Mason. Good morning, Michael Thomas Fazio from Mike Hunt. Michael Hunt, thank you for stopping by. Scott Del Fuego, I can't see that comment. Fazio Night in America, strap in and listen to the unbelievable truths and the stories coming up. Well, when we get to Barry Jordan's affidavit, what we're going to do is we're going to play excerpts of another video credited to the same person that's in the Barry Jordan affidavit. But we have to put the disclaimer in that Barry Jordan's affidavit has not been accepted, nor at this point has it been anything other than accusations. There's never been any proof to that, although I can personally attest that some of what is written in Barry Jordan's 33 pages, I have heard, not seen the person say. So, of course, the person who is accredited to the words in the 33-page document has a long-standing belief that if there is no face, there is no case. So now you have an understanding of what Barry Jordan, the great Barry Jordan, is up against. Moving back to adventures in the Philippines. So when I went and I did the most adventurous dives in the Philippines, by far, this is the best, really only deep water wreck diving in the Philippines that I know of. There are a total of 5 Japanese warships in Palawan. And they're in from 90 to 125 feet of water, just by chance, because that's where they were sunk. I don't know the history of how they got sunk or why they were sunk, but I know they're in about 100 feet of water. And there's the Maru, and you just look up Japanese warships wrecks in the Philippines. Now those wreck dives are 4,000 pesos per person, or $80 today. Today's prices. Christmas, New Year's, it goes up. $80 per day per person. Plus, you bring your own food and you bring your own water. Take my word for it. You need to bring your own food and your own water. There's no television sets, no stereos on the boats, and it's the basics. You sit on a piece of plywood. The dive masters are real dive masters, and that's up in Palawan. So you're not going to get a discount because you're in the Philippines, and these people don't make 1/10 of what an American person makes per hour or per day. So, but you still pay the same. That's one type of adventure. Snorkeling is no cheaper. At the bottom line of snorkeling in the Philippines is not much cheaper. You're going to pay 2,200 pesos per day, or $40 a day, to go out on a boat to go snorkeling. So in America, it's the same price. So there's no big discount to come halfway around the world to go diving or snorkeling. Now, if you're a beach person, the beaches here are more. There's thousands and thousands of miles of white sand beach and warm water. However, close to the big cities, because they don't have a great septic industry where they process the septic water, you can't go swimming for several miles in either direction of a big city. Don't do it. So, whereas in America, we have stringent rules and $30 and $40 and $50 and $1,000 fines if they catch you doing something illegal with your wastewater. So that's one type of adventure, swimming and snorkeling. Another kind of adventure that you can have here are zip lines. And there's not a lot of them, but there are a few. And there's one in Palawan. That one goes over the ocean. And I'll show that to you right now on my page, the zip line. This zip line is the nicest and most fun zip line that I have ever been on. And I've only been on 3. So I don't have a lot of experience. Now in America, they have zip lines that go across canyons. They probably have them that go over water. I don't recall any. But this one that I'm going to show you now and give you the price for it is a pretty cool zip line. So the advantage of going on this zip line is you're going to be in Palawan. Now, Palawan has the most majestic views of any place that I have ever been. And I have been to the Dutch West Indies, Aruba, Bonaire, Curacao, Cat Island, Jamaica, and Puerto Rico for hiking and excursions and or snorkeling, swimming, and diving. Okay, but Palawan by far has the most scenic and majestic views of any place that I've ever been, and maybe the world. Okay, now, and the reason for that is because, number one, once you get outside the city of Palawan or Puerto Princesa, you can't go in the water you hear Puerto Princesa, Palawan. It is a giant, I'm talking huge, massive slum, the city of Puerto Princesa. You go down to where they have the festivals at night, where you could go eat and stuff like that. You cannot go in the water there. There's a bulkhead there. You cannot go in the water there. But you hear Puerto Princesa, Puerto Princesa, Puerto Princesa. Don't waste your time or your money. Don't do it. Now, you hear Coron, Palawan. That's on an island. It's a separate island, but it's still considered Palawan. Now, Coron has the majestic views of coral outcroppings that stand out over the ocean, hundreds of feet tall, but you can't go in the water at the city of Coron. Forget that. Forget it. Don't do it. When you get there, just breathe deep and you'll understand why you can't. The affluents from the city of Coron, and it's populated, all go into Coron Bay. You have to get from the dock onto a boat without getting your feet wet, get on the boat, and travel 2 miles from the city before you want to go in the water. But once you get 2 miles from the city of Coron, the views are amazing. Now, that diving experience is better than anything you'll get in America. But you got to get to the island of Coron. They don't have an airport. You got to take a 7-hour boat to get to Coron from the top of Palawan, the island. 7 hours. And if it's rough, it's rough. The sea is rough. On a pump boat with pontoons, with donkeys, pigs, chickens, motorcycles, and 150 people. All right, so it's a 7-hour boat ride. But the views, when you get there, are much nicer than anywhere else that I've ever been. And the prices, again, the prices are $80 a day per person plus hotel. Now, me personally, I stayed at a hotel out on an island that was 2 miles from the city. And it cost at that time 3,500 pesos per day for the hotel room and 3,000 pesos a day for the diving. So it was about $130 a day for diving. For 6 days I was there on that island. 6 days. I had spent several days in Palawan proper. So now the same boat and the same dive center will cost you closer, for one person, closer to $200 a day for the hotel and the dive. A second person add $80 a day. So $300 a day for any of the outlying islands, but you're going to get, when you get on the boat from the island and head out to the 5 Japanese war wrecks, you're never going to see anything like that again in your life. It's just going to be, I've been all over the world and I've never seen anything like it before or after. It's the most beautiful. You are riding in blue and purple and turquoise water that you can see the bottom 50 feet below you. And water is warm water. And then, the coral outcroppings, they may be 200 feet high, and you'll see a little alcove cut in the coral over however many millions of years, and it'll be like a white sand beach. And you can do those trips too, to the white sand beach snorkeling. You could take a jet ski tour, or you could take a pump boat tour where they bring you out there and you stay on that little beach all day. So Palawan is by far the nicest place I ever went diving, swimming, or snorkeling. But in addition, in Palawan, what you can see that you can't see in America is you can see the Japanese war wrecks with the guns and the turrets. And you can see giant clams that are 3 feet in diameter. There's a few of them that they're protected, but there's you can see those. I mean, if you've never seen one and you get right up close and you put your head like, 18 inches from one, it's an amazing, it doesn't look real. Don't touch it. Do not put your hands on it. Don't put your hand in it. It will close up on your hand like a mouse trap, and you'll lose your hand or your arm. No joke. Never put your hand inside a giant clam. You can't talk them out of letting your hand go, and there's enough pressure to clip your hand off. So don't, if you want to touch it, don't touch it. Just let it be what it is. You'll see, maybe you'll see shrimps walking around on it. They're not interested in shrimp. You might see a starfish right on the inside edge of where it can open and close. They're not interested in starfish. You put your hand, you touch it like this. Just touch it and it'll go like that. And your hand will be gone. Fingers or your hand. Take my word for it. That's the truth. That happens all the time. And they don't do anything to the clam. Your fingers and your hand is just gone. So don't do it. So let's see. We have some more comments here. DNC. OSHA training is up. What's up, Jack? Cannon Bloom. Can we pray? Sure. If you want to pray, pray. Pray all you want, Cannon Bloom. Pray for me, pray for you. Let's pray for Barry too. Because if we had to choose sides, if it came down to choosing sides, I would have to choose Barry J over the other guy. Even though Barry J is not anywhere, like there's no giant disparity between Barry J and the other guy. I think Barry J is this much better than the other guy. So if you got to make a choice, you might as well choose the lesser of two serious evils in this world. So pray and pray today and pray away, baby. Have fun. Okay, so the Philippines giant clam. We could talk about clams in the Philippines all day. So hello, DNC Human Circus. Buenos noches. Fazio is correct. Never put your face or hand inside a Philippine giant clam. We'll talk about dating in the... You guys are talking about giant clams in the Philippines. We'll talk about dating in the Philippines as well. So we've covered, if you only have a certain amount of money to go diving in the Philippines, you want to go to Coron, C-O-R-O-N, and you want to do the 5 Japanese war wrecks, the giant clam, and the outcropping of islands. Now, it's going to cost you money. 2 people, $300 a day. Plus, you have to fly to Palawan proper, and then it's a 7-hour boat ride to the island of Coron. I don't think Coron has right now. We could check on that. I don't think right now. Let's look up Coron Airport. I don't think Coron Palawan, C-O-R-O-N P-A-L-A-W-A-N, Coron Palawan Airport. If they have one, it's new to me. Okay, I don't think that this Francisco B. Reyes Airport is... Let's take a look at this. I don't think that's on the island of Coron. Or near, I don't think it's in Coron. That's my mistake. Okay. No, it's not. Let's go back here. Let's go back one more. You have to get, okay, so here is the airport, and here is Coron. Okay, so it's about 10 miles away. And you can fly in. Let's get this link up here. So there's no airport in Coron. Now, the way I went to Coron, okay, I am right. I am right. There is no airport in Coron. This is Coron Island over here. This is Coron Island. This is where you go diving. The airport is on another island over here. So that is 10 kilometers, 20, 30. It's 25 miles away from Coron Island. And you have to take a boat. Okay? It wasn't easy to get here. Okay, the way I went, and I'll show that to you in a minute. Okay, Palaboy, hold on a minute. I would like to get that information from you. It won't fit. The link won't fit. Maybe I could do that. We're flying Philippines Airline Clark to Coron next week. Round trip flights Clark to Coron. Okay, thank you for that. So that's from Clark, and Clark is outside of Manila. Round trip flights. Thank you very much for that piece of information. All right, now, what we're going to do is right now we're going to go to PAL. That's PAL Airline is Philippines Airline. And Coron, flights to Coron to El Nido. El Nido is a very, very long distance away from Coron Island. You do not want to go to El Nido to get to Coron. You don't want to do that. So let's go back over here. And then let's go here. It looks like the prices are really good prices. That's hard to believe. But you got to get to Manila first, of course. So, can you, Palaboy, can you tell us that link? That won't fit. Okay. Again. Can you tell us the total cost? Look at the price, the website, okay? From I'm not real good at this website thing. So it shows you Philippines Airlines from, yeah, but I don't know. Maybe somebody else wants to do the math, say from Cebu City or from Bohol. Input origin. Origin is where? Let's just say Manila International Airlines to Cebu. No, Manila. I'm not going to spend a lot of time with this. You guys are going to have to do it yourself. But the bottom line is there is no airport, this island of Coron. This is the big island, but this is not where you go diving. And you sure don't want to go diving on the west coast here. This is where all the sharks, and there are great white sharks, and all the sharks stay on this side of the island. There's a reason for that. That's where they feed them to keep them off the smaller and islands and where they go diving. They throw all the garbage on this side of the island here. So we'll ask that man. So Palaboy says, look at the website. So if you guys want to go, that would be how to do it. Now, what I would say to do is not getting back to the actual trip itself. I would never, ever would I ever book any hotel in the Philippines online ever again. I've done it twice. Both times I didn't get the room I paid for. Both times there was no discount. Both times they could care less. And both times I paid 4 times what the room was worth, and I didn't get the view. One time in Anda, and another time I got a room with no windows when I paid for an ocean view on a ground floor in the back of a building when I paid for the top floor with an ocean view in Dumaguete. That's when I made the Pope video with the automatic toilet flushing device. Remember that video? I remember that video. So, Palawan, and to this fella, Palaboy, are you a diver, Palaboy? And are you going to go do the wrecks? Because I'm gonna Google the cost of wreck diving in Palawan next. So I dive twice. I dove with MDI, Michael Delta India, MDI. The German man owns the hotel, and his wife is Filipina. They are 2 of the nicest people you'll ever meet. So I never tried to dive with anybody else. They were the coolest people. So I'll get the information up now, and we'll get some prices for wreck diving. Let's get a question up there. Okay, cost of Japanese wreck diving Coron packages. Well, we don't want a package. Okay. Okay. All right, dive package. Okay. So the dive packages, 3 dives a day. That's $100 a day per person. per person. There's 9 dives over 3 days for $300. So it's still $100 a day. Well, one is 5.2, so that would have been 15.6. So you save 1,600 pesos if you sign up for the 9 dives. Okay? That's a pretty good deal, because I was paying, that's just the diving, that's no hotel. No hotel. So I was paying $60 a day for the dives, for 3 dives. So it's only about 40% more now. So let's get that link up on, see if we could cut that link out of there and put it in the description box. Okay, Palaboy just came back with the answer to the question. Thank you very much for answering the question. And Palaboy says, we paid 8,000 pesos each. That's $150 round trip. We bought tickets a few months ago. Okay, so per person, about $150 from Clark. Not Cebu. So you figure another $150 per person. So it's going to cost you $300 per person for airfare from Bohol or from Cebu. However, it's well worth it. Now, you can get a hotel room in the city of Coron for about $40 a night, or you can get an island room on a private island for about $100 a night, a little bit more. But neither the island, when you go out to the island, here, thank you, Palaboy. So $150 and $150 to get to Clark would be about $300 per person. But it's well worth it. To get to the island of Coron, to go to the Japanese war wrecks, it's the best dive I ever did, the Jap war wrecks, by far. Number one, it's warm water. Even though I did the Spiegel Grove, I did the Helma Hooker, I did the Three Sisters in the Florida Keys, you go down past the thermal and it's cold. And I don't wear a wetsuit. So, and the Spiegel Grove was just a ship. The Japanese war wreck has the guns, the anti-aircraft guns. There was actually bullets on the deck from 75 years ago. They're about that long. I don't know if they're still there. But there was actually real bullets from the anti-aircraft gun sitting on the deck in 110 feet of water. For 75 years, no one ever took the bullets. That's hard to believe. So, thank you very much, Palaboy, for that information. The bullets. Now, that would be the Maru. I think it was the Maru. 22 kilometers, yes, from the airport that I had up on the screen, and I'll show that to the people again. So, Palaboy is going to be coming into this airport here. Francisco B. Reyes, I think you said. Yes, I think that's the airport. But that's the same distance from that airport to Coron is 20 kilometers. No, that's 40 kilometers. You're coming in at a different airport. Well, either way, you go Palaboy's way. You can't go wrong with that. And but this one here, now I know I remember this one because a friend of mine is going to go there, and they're not divers, so they wanted to just get to Coron for the beaches, and they're going to do that next year after January. So I looked this up a while ago. Okay, thank you, Palaboy. So I will show you, Palaboy. I don't know if you have a dive center, but I'm going to look up MDI for you. MDI, Michael Delta India Dive Center, Palawan. You might want to talk with these people. They also have an office in Coron proper, right here. Now, the last time they had like a restaurant, bar. You could buy hamburgers, frankfurters, Filipino food, and or buy drinks in their bar restaurant. And this is it's a legit dive center. They have also three boats or 4 boats, and their dive masters are excellent. So let me give you the name of that. And you might want to check with them. Oh, okay. Darn it. Okay, that ain't going to work out. All right, let's get a new page. I'll just give you the name of it because I can't get the link in the description box. It's too big. MDI Dive Center Palawan, it's called, but it's not in Palawan. It's in Coron proper. And I think their prices, well, okay, so here's what they got. They have a private hotel, very simple, basic private hotel. Nothing fancy. It's not Holiday Inn. It's not Best Western. But it was a good price, $70 a night with aircon. So that's what it was. Now it's about $100 a night. The last time I looked, same people own it. Because if we go, I'll show you the lady that runs the site. She was my dive master. And this is the lady right here. In this picture right here, the front lady. This lady here. She is an excellent diver. And she's an excellent dive master. And it's a great trip. Now, Palaboy, this is another option. I know that's probably not going to be something most people would want to do, but there is also a dive boat, a pump boat that you stay on for 3 days. And that is, they supply you with food on the dive boat. And you could inquire with that with when you call up the MDI Dive Center. There's a lot of dive boats that do that trip, and then you stay out on the ocean for 2 nights and 3 days, if that's something you want to do. But you know what it's like living on a boat. So and then this site will give you the name of this. But I will tell you this: never book a flight. Never, ever, never in the Philippines. Ever book anything on TripAdvisor or Hulu or whatever other site. You're never going to get what you want. Number one, it's going to say there are 3 rooms left. You get to the hotel, you're the only person in the hotel. No refunds, because you paid TripAdvisor. TripAdvisor rented your room The hotel gave you a different room. The hotel says this isn't the room you rented from TripAdvisor. Do you have a map showing what room you rented? No. Sorry, sir. This is your room. Even if you could prove that it's not your room, TripAdvisor is garbage. They're a bunch of criminals that you have no recourse with them. So I paid twice or more what I should have paid for a room. They told me, you take it up with TripAdvisor, and there's no way to do that. It wasn't an option. They did not have Wi-Fi in the hotel. I didn't have a Wi-Fi computer, and there was no way for me to try to ask for my money back because their Wi-Fi at the hotel didn't work. Don't go to the place that you're going to rent, open up the door, make sure the air conditioner works before you pay for anything in the Philippines. Because you're going to rent a room with aircon, it's not going to have, the air conditioner is there, but it doesn't work, and they'll say, sorry, sir. It hasn't worked in 3 years. It says it has Wi-Fi. You're going to get there, it's not going to have Wi-Fi. And they're going to say, sorry, sir, we're waiting for the technician. That was 5 years ago. They've been waiting for the technician. Don't rent rooms in the Philippines, unless it's like the Best Western or something like that. Don't rent these little hobby mom and dad rooms out. Because I'm telling you, the MD Dive Center has clean rooms, clean linen. The air conditioner was so-so. The place was clean. The people were all professional divers. I had a good time. If you're looking for luxury, you got to go to a different island and a different dive center. Plain, inexpensive, bottom line, less money, great dive instructors, boats that work, no breakdowns, no oil leaks, nothing like that. So I'm going to go back over here. Okay, we have some people asking questions here on the chat. Right, I will never book a room with TripAdvisor ever again. Yes, Scott, she's the one who had the noise maker, the air blower, the horn, the air horn underwater, and the clownfish headdress. That's correct. All right, so if you're going to walk there, you could walk there. It's up to you if you want to walk there. Here's how you do that, Ishmael, the Delgado here. This is what you do. I'll hook you up. I'll make a video. I'll put 60-pound lead weights on you, and I'll get some dive gear, snorkel gear, and you walk off the shore, and you start walking to Palawan. And when you get there, you call me up and let me know you got there, and I'll post the video. Alrighty? That's an adventure. That's my number one adventure to do again one day. Palawan, and again with MDI Dive Center, and again with that lady. I forgot her name, but she was a great lady to go diving with. Now, anything else that there is to do there? I'll turn this around and I'm going to show you the zip line, but it's not in Coron. It's in Palawan. It's on Sabang Beach. I wouldn't go to Sabang Beach for the zip line, but you go to Sabang Beach to go to the underground river tour. That's a nice trip. If you're not a diver or a snorkeler and you want to do something exciting and different, you go do the underground river tour in Palawan. So this is the underground river tour. This is the video I'm going to post probably tonight or tomorrow. This is me having a little bit of fun with some of the locals. We'll just play a little bit of this. Al Pacino of the Philippines.
What is Al Pacino, sir?
He's a handsome man, a guapo. And your name? These are those children. These children, I know this boy lives on my block, and I don't remember where the rest of them live, but this is an Obama mask over here. This was after a hurricane, and we had them on a tree swing. This girl lives on my block too, I think. But anyway, this is the beach behind my house. And then we're going to go have a little bit of fun with the locals. For those of you who don't know how to interact or speak a little bit of the language, the people here are pretty friendly. And these are the people, these men still work. The men you're going to see next still work in the same market at the same store. And here we go. Okay. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this guy is the Al Pacino of the Philippines.
What is Al Pacino, sir?
He's a handsome man, a guapo. And your name?
My name is Christian Gigalvez, sir.
Solomon. My name is Christian Gigalvez also.
This one is...
And you?
Ujumar.
Bujamore?
Yeah.
Bujamore. We're having breakfast. They invited me into their store. I just did some shopping for some vegetables. And this gentleman?
I'm Ronnie Hope.
Ronan?
Ronnie.
Rona? Rona?
Ronnie.
Ronan?
Ronnie.
Rone?
Yes.
No bakakun?
No. Yeah.
Wala bakakun. And we're having, this fish is, what kind of fish is this, Paleo?
Bariles.
Barili.
Yeah.
Balili?
Yeah.
Close enough, yeah. Fresh rice, fish, and this, my plate. They invited me in for breakfast. Thank you, Salamat. And this is their vegetable store. And we're in the Philippines, baby. All right, now that's just some interaction with the locals, and I had breakfast with them, and then eventually the boss came over. But now, this is the zip line in Palawan. And we are up about 160 feet higher than the ocean, and it goes right over the ocean. So let's get this started here. That's a picture. I'm taking a video of a picture at the bottom of the zip line.
You're Macacon.
I am not Macacon.
We'll say yes. I need the cap. Okay. Believe it or not, I can see a lot.
Superman. And there we are, getting ready to go on this zip line down across 2,400 feet of water. Now, this is a pretty cool trip, but this is right where the underground river is in Sabang, Philippines. And this is the trip.
I am ready. Ready. America, with Obama, there's no place to go but down. Down, baby. Yes, sir. Down. Holy shit. Mr. Obama. What do you got to me? America, there's no place to go but down.
The way they stop you. The way they stop you. It's pretty trippy. The way the zip lines stop here, it doesn't look like it's going to stop. Tell you that right now. Even though I saw how it does stop before I went down, I was going pretty fast. And that's a lot of weight to get going pretty fast. So let's go back over to I'll give you the name of the area where you go to the world's underground river. Now there's a playlist that I have with the world's longest underground river. I'll turn this around and I'll show that to you. And then you got to go there. That's your starting point. And that's in a place called Sabang, Philippines. So let's go here. And then we'll go to my channel. And then we'll go to my playlists. And then we'll go world's longest underground river over here.
How many times have you said that the suction power is so strong?
Okay, so this is the, you have to take a jeepney to get to the above ground river tour. But we want to, if you Google this, this is the water tour. Okay, so let me get you the link. Let's get the link there. That's number 3. We'll put this over here. I'll get you the link to this number 3. This is for the River Tour land site. It's a 7 hours, 5.5 to 7 hour trip. Okay, it's a pretty good trip. So we're going to go now, we're going to Google world's longest underground river. And we'll go, this is something else to do. This is a different adventure. There's the above ground river tour that I just gave you the link for 3 videos. There's 20 videos I'm going to post using this playlist here. Now we're going to go over here and we're going to Google world's longest underground river. It's going to be Sabang, Philippines. It's in Sabang, Philippines. Now it says it's in Puerto Princesa, but Puerto Princesa is 50 miles away. It's actually located in Sabang. So let's put the word Sabang, S-A-B-A-N-G, Sabang. Okay, Sabang's famous underground river is where the long... Now, I've done this trip 3 times to the underground river in Sabang. And I'd been to MDI divers in Coron twice. I would do the underground river again if someone that I knew wanted to see it. I would do the zip line again for sure. And I would definitely do MDI divers again. Oh, it's too long, okay. Can't do that. Okay, let's see if we could do this. All right. This is tough. All right. Well, we'll just put this here. Run out of, it only gives you 200 characters. All right, well, it's in Sabang, Philippines. And if I wanted to find a video of the underground river, what would I look for? I'm going to have to turn this around, this stuff. I don't know that I'm going to find it. It could be under monkeys, and it could be under Underground River. And it could be on another channel that I have. Let's look up Underground River. River. Let's just look up River. R-I-V-E-R. River should get us there. No, not River. Oh, not that kind of river. River here. River. And then we're going to talk about some of the playlists that I have. No, I don't have it on this channel. And if I switch to another channel, it's more complicated than I want to get involved with. Anyway, it's in Sabang. And you go to Sabang. Now, to get to Sabang, you got to go to Puerto Princesa, or an airport on Palawan proper. There's really, you could go by boat, but it takes days. So if you go to Puerto Princesa, which is Palawan, don't even go to Puerto Princesa Airport and get onto get a air-conditioned van and go to Sabang. You don't need to spend 10 minutes in Puerto Princesa. There's nothing there. The crocodile farm is not worth the time it takes to get to the crocodile farm. It's the most poorly kept aquatic museum I ever saw in my life. I never saw such a low grade of reptile care ever. It's disheartening. The crocodile farm, and then after that there isn't anything else. Puerto Princesa, the city. I don't drink and I don't go to bars, and that's what's there. Okay, so there's nothing for me there. Now, not only that, you cannot go in any of the beaches within 5 miles of Puerto Princesa. You can't go in the water at all. Go to the airport, get into a van, and go to Sabang. The Philippines, to spend your money on a vacation, you really should do your due diligence before you come here, because I stayed at a hotel in Puerto Princesa, it was a beautiful place. Okay, I had reservations. And I was Lucky Lucy. I went there to meet Lucky Lucy. We'll just tell you a Foz story. The Lucky Lucy I met online, very pretty woman, 40 years old. And she said she had a business and she had a little sari store. Oh, it was attached to the place she lived. She lived in pretty much a normal house, and the front of the house had a little sari store about 14, 15 feet wide and 4 feet deep, and everything was in the store. So she did have a little store, and when I went to her house, I went for New Year's, Christmas, New Year's, and after. So I spent Christmas with Lucky Lucy and New Year's, and then we were going to start our vacation. So for Christmas, I may have gotten there. I did like 6 weeks. Palawan I did before I met Lucy. I met Lucy, but Christmas week is when I was going to meet her. But I left in Thanksgiving time. So I spent a month traveling around Palawan proper, the islands, the different beaches. I spent a few days walking around the city of Puerto Princesa. It's just a slum. It's a giant slum. I did So I had a, this is what they do to you. This is standard procedure here in the Philippines. So I had reservations that I paid for in advance for this hotel. And it was a fancy hotel. So when I went, Lucky Lucy met me at the airport. And we were supposed to go. And my room should have been ready when I got there. But it wasn't. And we got there at 7 o'clock in the morning. So they said, sir, you'll just wait a while. We'll have your room ready at 11 o'clock, whatever, check-in time. So we had breakfast. And then at 11 o'clock, we went back. We left our luggage at wherever, the maitre d', whatever that is, the guy in charge of the room. So at 12 o'clock, the room wasn't ready. So I said, you know what, just give me another room and take the money off the rooms that we have and give me a different room, because I had booked a nice, expensive room up on the top floor, which I told you about before. And they said, no, sir, your room will be ready in a little while. But the room was never ready. So at 5 o'clock, they gave me a room with no view. I had a top floor room with a view, supposedly of the ocean, but you can't see the ocean when I rented the hotel, because they built a hotel in front of the hotel that I rented. But it did have an ocean view when it was new, and they just never took it out of the website. So they gave me a room with no view in the back of the hotel with no view. My view was of the quarters that the maid store their equipment, their mops, the mop room. I had a view of the mop room. That's what they gave me. And I did not get an adjustment for the price of my room. They told me take it up with the online booking agent. And luckily I only had that room booked for, I think, 2 nights and 3 days. So I had already lost one day, because we started at 5 o'clock in the room. And then, so on the 3rd day, we were going to go from Puerto Princesa. We were going to just go around Puerto Princesa area, because it took us 2 days, because I had jet lag and we stayed in bed those 2 days. We went in the pool. The pool was supposed to be a beautiful pool. The pool was cloudy. It wasn't dirty, but it was cloudy. And then from there, so I didn't get the room I wanted, but I paid for a top dollar room. The pool was not dirty, but cloudy. You couldn't see 3 inches in front of it. They must have shocked it. I don't know what they did. And the water smelled like chemicals. So after 3 days there, I got another hotel that was half the price. No view, no pool. And then it was closer to Lucy's house. So we spent Christmas at the first place where there was a pool. And then we did a less expensive hotel near Lucy's house. So Christmas Day, the next day and the day after, we were at Lucy's house. We didn't sleep there, but that's where she lived. And on the 3rd day, a guy walks by the front of the house, Lucy's house, and her dog had babies. And the guy went to pet the dog, and the dog bit the guy. Pretty good sized bite on the arm. It ripped the guy's arm up pretty good. Okay. So the guy was screaming, and we went outside. And it's a long time ago, but so what he wanted was, he wanted me and her to bring him to the hospital. So we did. We brought him to the hospital. We got a tricycle and we brought him to the hospital. And the bill was, I don't know how much the bill was, 6,000 pesos and change, about $150. And he said to me, you have to pay that bill. I said, not my dog. And then he said, well, somebody has to pay it. And Lucy said, that's not my dog either, to her. It wasn't her dog. It was her on her property, but it was a stray dog that had the babies on her property. But it was really her stray dog. So then the police came. And then we had to deal with the police. And the police said to me, well, why don't you just pay the bill? I says, I don't know this guy. I don't even know this girl. I came to meet her. It's just like, it's a date. And the police tried to get me to pay for the bill. And I said, I'm not paying the bill. I don't know the guy. I don't know the girl. It's not my house. It's not my dog. So we had to leave. So we left. And we went to Sabang. I don't know what happened to that guy. Apparently he harassed her daughter for the money, but they never gave him any money. I'm not paying $150 for... The guy was... Whatever he did, put his hand there, a stray dog's puppy. So we go to Sabang, and we're there. We found the corner of Sabang that it was Lucy's corner, and whenever there was nothing to do, we put Lucy in the corner. And that was a lot of fun. And she was pretty cool about that. She liked the corner. She liked the way her head hit the wall, like this. She liked that. And I liked it, and she liked it, and I liked it, and we liked it a lot. So we're there about 3 days, and we went to the waterfall in Sabang. It's not much of a waterfall, but it is pretty. It is a beautiful little out of the way spot, about 1.5 miles from Sabang proper. And it's quite the hike on rocks. You got to walk on rocks the whole way there. But what a beautiful little... The waterfall is not big. And the pool at the bottom of the waterfall is about 15 feet by 20 feet. It's not big, but pretty. And it's pristine water coming out of the mountain. You could drink it. That's something to do in Sabang. Beautiful little waterfall. We were the only ones there for the whole time that we were there, which we spent the whole afternoon in the pond, in the pool. 100% private. We were the only ones there. And that was New Year's week. So we did that. And then we went on the boat to the underground river. That was beautiful. That's another adventure to do in Palawan. And let me go back and see the comments. I don't read the comments as they come along. At least the room had corners. Oh, yeah. Lucy was... Because what would happen if you didn't put her in the corner? What would happen is her head would bang off the wall and she'd slide right off the bed. Huh? No joke. But once we found a room with corners, the bed was in the corner of the room, and the bed had corners. Her head would just go back and forth. She could just stay there and enjoy the ride. So we went to the underground river, and the underground river is, oh, what a beautiful trip. You go to Sabang proper. Before you go to the waterfalls, there's 100 bunker boats. And the bunker boats, it's 1,000 pesos per person, $20 a person. You get right on the bunker boat where you pay your fee, your park fee. It brings you to the underground river. You get off. If you have a hat, take your hat, put it in your bag. If you have a camera and you're walking around with the camera like this and it's not strapped to you, there are several hundred wild monkeys. They don't bite you. but there are several hundred when you get off the pump boat at the beach, on the beach. So you get off the boat and you're surrounded by several hundred monkeys, maybe 2 feet tall, 3 feet tall, small monkeys, not gorillas or apes. And they will take anything that's not attached to you. And the sign says, if the monkeys take your camera, you may not get it back. If they take your personal possessions, you may not get your possessions back. And me, personally, monkeys are very smart. I believe that those monkeys were trained to take your camera, take your hat, take your pocketbook. Then they run off into the jungle with it. And then at night, they're getting bananas. I believe that all of that stuff comes back at night, that they're trained. Because they were taking stuff off of people immediately off the boat. They were taking people's cameras, their bags, and their hats, if somebody was just walking around. So, me personally, those monkeys take that stuff, and at the end of the day, they bring it back and get bananas. I believe that. Now, because monkeys are smart. They know where their bananas are breaded. They know that. So you go into the underground river, you can bring the biggest flashlight you want, and you flash on your camera and spotlights. Welcome to bring all lights. It's not like the Great Pyramid where you're not allowed to have certain types of lights. You can have any light you want. You could bring a 10,000 power candle power, light the whole place up. It's cool. And you take pictures of the rocks, stalactites, and the guy tells you that this rock is 3 million years old, and you go, oh, but it's cool. It's pretty cool. You go in about 1,000, 1,200 feet into the mountain, and then they turn the boat around, you come back out. That's a cool trip. And then you have after that, back to the bedroom, to the corners. Now, one thing you got to remember in Sabang, there is a Holiday Inn or Best Western. It's $200 a night. But so the rest of the beach huts are bamboo. No screens on the windows and no doors per se, just like a bamboo door with a curtain over the window and a curtain over the door. So if you're got somebody in the corners and their head is bouncing off the bamboo walls or walls, we found a place that had walls, 1/4-inch paneling, but they had no water. So we rented this place. We had water, but you only got water at 6 o'clock at night to 10 o'clock at night. And I said, no, I don't want, I want water when I want to take a shower, when I want to go swimming. But anyway, most of those places are $20 a night. So that's an adventure. Living in and there's no mosquitoes because you're right on the beach. That's an adventure. Sabang is a really cool adventure. So then from there you can do the zip line on one end of the beach. On the other end of the beach, you could do the waterfall. So that's a pretty cool adventure to do. Now we're going to talk about my playlists. I'm going to put Barry's girlfriend's playlist information up on the screen with her link to her playlist. Then we're going to go to her playlist and we're going to scroll down 8 posts in Shah. Her name is Shah. I forget the rest of the name of the channel. And we're going to go down and we're going to read some of the affidavit from Barry Jordan. And the reading, if you read, it's 33 pages. of accusations. There's, because nobody has been convicted of a crime, but it's Stephen King couldn't make this stuff up. What Barry Jordan has been accredited, his lifestyle, what his father did to him, what his father made him do, what his father made him do with his mother, what his father wanted to teach him what to do with his mother. It's like some weird porno flick. Some guy lost the plot in some weird, I mean, I'm not much for those B porno movies, but I never saw anything as disturbing as what Barry Jordan has been accused of and that his father did to him. This is the most disturbing storyline that you've ever seen in your life, and this is what someone said about and to Barry Jordan. And I don't think it's reasonable. I don't think it's right. And now Barry Jordan is supposed to be taking this as evidence to court that he was, in fact, libeled and slandered. And I believe that what's in the affidavit itself is truthful because I personally have heard the original videos when they were made. So, that's a fact. That is factual. So what was said in the affidavit, from my recollection, was said in the video, plus its transcripts of the original videos, or sections of transcripts. It's pretty disturbing stuff. So if you don't have a strong stomach, so the stuff, I read it for you. I read the affidavit for you. I didn't read it for me because after a few pages, I would have stopped reading it. I started reading it about 2 weeks ago, and I got 2 or 3 pages into it, and I says, I'm not reading this whole thing. I remember that this has all happened in real videos, audio files, but I'm not going to read. But then a few days ago, I said, well, if I do a show on this, I have to read it from my audience. So I'm doing it for you. If I don't know your names, but if your name was Gene, I would be doing it for you, Gene. So I did this for you. What are you going to do for me? That's the question. Let's find out. Scott says it sounds like some of the districts on the west side with no windows, no screens. Yeah, there was no in Sabang when I went there with Lucky Lucy. And she liked that name, Lucky Lucy, because every time she got put in a corner or up against the wall, she loved it. She thought that was just like the top of the world. She was a good girl up until about January 5th or 6th. She came out with a real bonehead idea. So I met her before Christmas. We are Christmas week, Christmas Day, and the day before and the day after, we were at the first hotel. And we ate good foods at the hotel. The food at the hotel was very good. But then after that, at the second hotel, we ate good food. We ate street food. We ate regular Filipino food. When we went to the crocodile farm, we stopped along the road for for fruit and vegetables, and then we brought it back to her house where her daughter just had a baby, and then we had really, really good food. For New Year's, I went out and bought all the traditional stuff for New Year's. However much stuff was needed for, it was the baby, who was just a few months old, Lucy, the daughter, the son, and myself. There were 5 of us. So for 2 days we feasted for New Year's and the next day. Then after that we went to Sabang. Barry in America. Ah, Barry, hey, welcome to the machine, Barry. Barry says, well, I thank you, Fazio, for getting this out there in public, for them to see what this evil person does and says, and ain't proud of it, but I sure was a victim. Yup. Not my fault, sure ain't. No, that's true, what Barry said. Barry, what's in the document is disheartening to read. Look, I'm going to let you guys read it, okay? You can read it. I can't read it. Well, I could ad-lib it, but I'm going to give you the link for it. I'm going to give you the link. You can read it. Because if I read it, it's X. I would get it. My channel would, not only would the video, this live stream, be removed, but I'd get a strike for even reading any small portion of pages 21 through 25. But the whole thing is similar to pages 21 through 25, except the disheartening information is not coming boom, 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 boom. 21 through 25. Nowhere can you get through 3 sentences without saying, nobody would say this. Nobody would say it. Forget that you're reading it. Forget that you're reading it in an affidavit. Understand this. This stuff was said about Barry Jordan in a video without a face. So right now it's hearsay. But forget that what you're reading was said, and think that what was said in real life by a blogger. Okay? So in other words, what you're reading is not a story. What you're reading are excerpts of the words of a video that was made against or to dishonor and libel and slander Barry Jordan. And this is the most egregious stuff anybody's ever seen. Now, I've shown this affidavit to 2 police officers, two police officers that are friends of mine. And they said to me, is this actual words that were in videos? Because in the affidavit that Barry has put together, it looks like a lawyer put it together, and each statement says libel 902, and then it gives you the timestamp of the video, the date the video was made, who made the video, what channel the video came from, and the title of the video. So this is not just words. Like, if you wanted to make this up, you could not do this. The psychosis, the psychopathy to be able to make this stuff up, I don't have that kind of stuff. Even if I didn't like somebody, I couldn't do that. I mean, you might be able to get a few good lines, but this guy is burying Stephen King's worst, most horrendous novel. There's no porn movie There's no porn movie that has ever been made that has pornography descriptions that are in pages 21 through 25. We're talking about stuff that you would say nobody would say that. Nobody would say it. First of all, who could make it up? But then if they could make it up, they would never say it. And some of these videos, according to the affidavit, have not just sound, but also some of them are backed up with a person's face in the videos. So this is what, and I think it's only fair to help Barry out, even though Barry has done some crazy stuff. But Barry never did anything close to what's in this affidavit. Nothing. We're talking sick, demented, triple X type of commentary in this affidavit that I heard in its original format, in the original videos, and in fact, I may even have some of those videos saved. Because Barry knows that I have a lot of those videos saved. I could open up a channel and show you 92 videos. 92 videos that are only directed at Barry Jordan and Michael Thomas Fazio. And Barry Jordan's videos, Barry, if you want to check on this, Barry Jordan's videos and Michael Fazio's videos, you can check. You know where I'm going with that. So, I have 92 of these videos. 92 of them. 92. Not 89 and not 93. And that's 92 videos on the Barry Jordan, Michael Fazio separate channel. That's a channel devoted to just the two of us. Of what was said about him was also said about me. And what was said about him, some of the videos have the face in the video, and what was said about me, some of them have the face in the video. But then I have another channel that was said only about me with 182 videos with 56 or 56 videos with the face of the same type of material that's spoken about Barry Jordan and Barry Jordan's girlfriend and Barry Jordan's last girlfriend and Barry Jordan's first girlfriend. The stuff it's beyond the pale, okay? It's beyond the pale. In case anybody doesn't know what that means, it means it's outside of normalcy by far. So let's get over to, thanks for stopping by, Barry. Why do we have, who? Okay, so DNC is back in the house. Thanks for stopping by. Scott DeFuego says, I am a fan of a nice New Year's celebration. Filet, high-quality lamb, pork chops, large shrimp, crab, and lobster. No, we didn't have anything like that, Scott. To the Philippines feast that we had on New Year's, it was fish. And we cooked the fish and shrimp. Lots of snacks. God, there was a bag of snacks. And then any and all foods that they normally wouldn't have in the house, because that was when I first got to the Philippines. I had a box in America. I just used to deduct the money from the box in America and bring it to the Philippines. And but anyway, moving on. Barry Jordan and Shaw have been defamed, in my opinion, slandered, in my opinion, and libeled, in my opinion. So let's get their link up here. And, okay, I have to find Shaw. Now, I have her, here, no. Here, this is just this is just one quick soundbite. All right? I'm going to just play one quick soundbite of this insanity. All right, it'll start in about 10 seconds. Where is that soundbite? I don't know where it went. Let's just punch out one spot in the middle of the video.
Look how they say the words. She's open game if she...
Open game. That was not where I wanted to be. Oh, man. Let's try another place.
So much bullshit on there that you can cut it with a fucking knife. That's what you gotta say. Enough is enough.
Enough is enough. All right, so I lost the soundbite. Oh, I know why. Because that's the wrong video. It's not the right video. The one I'm looking for. The one I'm looking for is a different video. I'm going to have to find that. Oh, man, that's why it's not there. Because it's not there, it's not there. Let's find that. But, yeah, this one, you want to listen to this one. This is typical of what goes on in the Barry videos. Okay, so we could start this video. We could do this. We could start this video, right? I think it's right at the beginning. And this guy's talking about his best friend. Crazy stuff.
You apologize about things. I don't want to hear your sob story.
Yeah, this is it.
I don't want to hear it at all.
This is it.
So here you go, folks. I'm giving you a heads up on this. Any information derived from people like Crazy Eyes,
Dave.
you pretty much figure
Dave.
it's coming from Ken, and it's a bunch of lies
Listen.
to make Dave look good.
Listen.
And of course,
Listen to this.
Ken.
Listen to this.
He's going to deny he was a coke addict. He's going to deny that he got caught masturbating in a public place, a public community center.
What did he say? What did he just say?
He's going to deny he was a coke addict.
What?
He's going to deny that he got caught masturbating in a public place.
In a public place? I have 270 hours of videos like that with his face, including She Got Bling, baby. She Got Bling. Sitting at a kitchen table talking about myself and Miss Daisy May. Yeah, they're criminal. Oh, yeah, they're criminal. If the face is in there, you can file a case. But I have the videos with the face. And I think I'd have to open up that channel, but I think I have 200. There's 250 videos, but 200 of them plus are against myself and Daisy May, including videos telling the local authorities here that I give candy to the children, and his face is in, and I should be investigated. They're insinuating that I did something to children with his face in the video, and what he shows me doing is throwing candy over the fence. And he shows that part of my video where I give hundreds of people candy, 8 or 10, 15, 20 children at a time. And then he puts his face in the video and says, this is what Michael Thomas Fazio does, and he should be investigated for giving candy to the children, insinuating that somewhere along the line I did something nefarious to children. So there's 200 plus videos talking about me. There's 40-something videos talking in general about other people. And there's probably 60 with the face in the video actual libel. I saved every single video he made for years. And Barry used some of those same videos, not from my repertoire of collection, but you can rest assured that every video that Barry talks about, I also have, or most of them. So every video that's in Barry's affidavit, I have most of the video. I could open up the page, but then I would be giving my hand away. But rest assured, between Barry Jordan and Michael Fazio only, 92 videos. And then 250 on a separate channel, 200 plus about Michael Thomas Fazio, and probably 60 of those have the face in it. And he's relentless with this stuff. So now I'm getting mail saying that there is slander and libel because I put up somebody else's videos. None of these videos are my videos. They're all somebody else's videos. None of them are me talking. They're all somebody else talking. None of them are from my channel. They're all somebody else's channel with the links, with the channel links, with the screenshots of the original URLs, with the timestamps of the date by throwing up the calendar, with the original URLs and the guy's face. And he's going to talk about that I post a third party's videos and that I'm going to be liable for slander and defamation. Well, good luck with that. Good luck with that. And this is what he did to Barry Jordan. And he did it every day, day in and day out. And he did it for years until Barry responded in kind, same way, back and forth. I never did that. And I never mentioned anybody's name. And I never mentioned anything that could be used as an original, real first and last name and channel name. Barry may or may not have. I don't remember. But I never did that. So if you don't have there's like certain criteria, you have to mention, if I say Scott Del Fuego is fat, well, that's not really a libel. That might just be a statement. But if I say Scott Del Fuego is, something that has to do with children, now that's slander and libel. This guy did that to Barry day after day after day after day. And now you're going to start reading about that in this affidavit. We're going to get that up on the screen. Who produced? Yes, DNC, that's correct. Yes, he did. There's hundreds. You don't have the file? Let me get the file up here. Let me get the link. That Barry has this link up on his page. All right? This link here will bring you to the file. Okay, let's put this. I forgot to do that. It's also in my playlist, today's playlist. Barry Affidavit, AFFI. Barry affidavit, 33 pages. Let's just put down 33 pages. So, let's get that done, and we'll copy that. And we'll post that 3 times. And now that's the affidavit itself. And this is done, it looks like it was done by a lawyer. Okay, it's not Barry, and it's not some guy helping Barry out. It's a professionally done. Now I could turn around and show you the affidavit, but I got to look at this first. Okay, here. Okay, media index. This document provides an index for all supplemental media material. It includes audio, visual, video, image, and document files. Viewing media content. Okay, so all the media files can be found on the included. Well, that the light from the window is interfering with the. Let me shut the curtain on the window. The sun moved a little bit. All right. That's much better, yeah? Oh, yeah, much better. Okay. So all of these files, all media files can be found on this storage device. Media files can be viewed using software readily available. Any modern computer can look at the video files. Okay, DNC says, I've got the document open now. DNC, I want you to do me a favor. And I want you to go, I cannot show you this. I want you to go to page 25. Okay? 25. Let's start at page 25. We're going to teach you how to be a real man. Okay? And it's the top of page 25, and you just only have to read. Well, it's the first. Read that paragraph. Just read that one paragraph. And then give me a rating of disgust of what is said about Barry's. Okay, a person is pretending that they're Barry's father. And then they're going to teach Barry how to do something. You tell me that might be the sickest thing you've ever read in your life, but it gets much worse. If you read from page 21 to 25, it includes not only the father and Barry, but the mother doing things that your imagination would never allow you to imagine. The sickness, it's on a level 10 of 1 to 10. I'm sure you're done reading it by now, so I read it, and this guy is pretending that he's going to teach Barry something, and includes Barry's mom and other women. That's crazy stuff. It's just insane stuff. And that's thousands of hours of this stuff. Barry, I think by now you already know that I have all those videos I'm talking about. Now, none of this stuff is from my files, but I have all of these videos that are talked about in these documents. Not all of them, but I have at least 5 or 6 hours of what's talked about in this document. Plus, I saw the originals. But there's a belief that if there's no face, there's no case. We're going to find that out. So I'm going to go and look up DNC's idea. DNC. None of it, of course, Barry, none of it happened. I agree. None of this ever happened. None. Everything, nothing that's in the document ever happened. There might be a few sentences here and there that he took as off of a video that Barry may or may not have done. But none of the stuff that's in pages 21 to 25 ever happened. None of that ever happened. 99% of whatever's in the document didn't happen. It's just hearsay, slander, and libel. I agree with you. I'm not trying to... I want people to understand that this is fictitious slander against you. This has nothing to do with Barry's reality. Barry's done some things that may or may not be mentioned in this stuff, but the stuff that DNC is reading now is beyond anything that Barry never did. Barry never had anything to do with this. Never. Okay, so we're back to DNC. DNC says, well, he did the same thing to me. Also, DNC says, projecting from his own life's experience. That's closer to the truth. That projection thing is very, very close to the truth. You know, I've often said that somebody is lighting the loafers. And it ain't Barry Jordan. That's for sure. I've often said it. And you don't know until you meet somebody, or not, you may never know. I have... My favorite uncle was a $3 bill. He was as gay comes. But in front of his family, he acted like the father and a man. And my 2 cousins never knew their father was gay. Never. And he died when they were in their 30s. They did not know. In fact, my aunt and I talked up until about 7 years ago when she died. And I said, Aunt Marianne, what do the children think about my uncle being gay? And she says, Michael, never, ever, ever tell them. They don't know. And I'm going, come on. What do you mean they don't know? They lived in New Jersey. They were not like New Yorkers. They weren't brought up streetwise. And she goes, they don't know. I said, well, what about when he left you for another man? He left you for like 4 years. Remember, he told Grandma that he was gay. You can never mention that to them, Michael. That would break their heart. I'm going, okay, I never did. Okay, so if they found out, they found out. But as far as I know, 7 years ago, when they were in their late 50s, they never knew, because they were just a little bit younger than me. So they would be 60 and 57 now, maybe. So my uncle hid it. You can hide that stuff. You got people hiding that stuff every day from families and friends. I had friends of mine that I grew up with. They were gay with each other for 20 years. I never knew it. When I found out, that was the end of our friendship, because they hid it from me. They embarrassed me about something that they did. But you can never know. But so it's I think that there's people on YouTube that are gay, straight up and down gay, that are pretending that they like women, pretending they have a wonderful life, and that are straight up and down gay, and they talk like this in general about somebody like Barry as slander and libel because they are what DNC called projecting. I believe what DNC said is much closer to the truth. None of the affidavit is true, in my opinion. None of that. None of the affidavit is true, the part against Barry. Now, there is some parts about Barry that Barry talked about. He talked about privacy in the bedroom with his girlfriend. Probably shouldn't have did that. But nothing that would, even that he talked about that, nothing that would be nothing that has to do with Barry's case, with this person that the affidavit is about. In other words, let's say Barry said that his girlfriend was a bad kisser. Well, it's Barry talking about his girlfriend, ex-girlfriend. That has nothing to do with Barry and the guy who the affidavit is about. It has to be the ex-girlfriend say, oh, wait, Barry said I'm a bad kisser. And she has to come to court. If she don't want to come to court against Barry, then Barry didn't do anything wrong. But he's talking about what Barry said about his ex-girlfriend being a bad kisser, which has nothing to do with him and Barry. I believe, as DNC said, that somebody may not have had a very, very, very disturbing childhood, and they're taking out their anger and angst on Barry. Or their minds are just deranged to the point where what you read between pages 21 and 25 on that document are off the chain insanity. And I wanted to get that out today because this guy doesn't stop. He's been doing this. He did it. He said this. Look at what was said by another blogger, a blogger last week about John Blaze. John Blaze, you're a big man, John Blaze. How big is your package? What? Why is one man asking another man about the package? Then he goes on to ask John Blaze how it works between John and his girlfriend. We want to know. And then he says, and also a lot of sounds like maggots, but doesn't start with the letter M. The maggots want to know as well. Tell us, John, so that the maggots know as well. The sickness that is pervade. He's a purveyor of some of the sickest stuff I've ever seen on YouTube. That's a fact. And this is what Barry's affidavit is about. So if you want to read the most insane, the most defaming, defamatory, the most slanderous, the most libelous statements, I'm going to post that link again, and we're going to turn it around. And I'm going to post that link 3 times. This is on Shah's page, and then we're going to show you Shah's page where this link can be found. Lion Circus is in the house. The other side, the mayor of YouTube. He said he would bite on John Babe. Flying Circus, subliminally, that is his way of saying he wants to put some lips on. I believe that, Flying Circus. You can break that video down about John Blaze. And I brought that to John Blaze's attention. What is today? Today's Sunday, right? Friday? Friday morning, I called up John and I said, did you hear the video about you? And a certain man wants to know how big your package is. And he goes, no. He goes, why would he ask that? And I told him he wants to know how you and your wife make love. And he also said that there are gay men that want to know how big your package is as well. That's true. He said that. It's in the video. I could give you the link for that video. No, I don't have the link. I don't have that link. I don't have that on my channel. I know where it is. If you go to Flying Circus's channel, Flying Circus has it on his channel. Right, DNC was also a victim. DNC was a victim. He's done, DNC says, let's go to DNC. DNC says, he's done the same to me, saying sick things about my kids. He should hope that we never meet. That's true. All right, Barry. All right, Barry, thanks for stopping by. All right, good luck with that. So, yeah, he said about DNC, now, there's no proof of this, but the same guy who wrote out, the same guy who the affidavit is written out about, said that DNC dressed his children up as girls and put them in beauty contests. I never saw any proof to that. So this is the kind of mentality that the guy has. And with, as far as me, oh, the stuff he said about me, oh, it's everything that's in that affidavit. Change it to Michael Thomas Fazio, and everything that's we said about DNC, and everything he said about Roberto and Dave, and everything he said about Ken. All those people he spent hours defaming, slandering, and all of the people, everybody he comes in touch with. And now, because I am giving you the information where you can read affidavits that were written for legal purposes, he's calling that harassment. You made the videos. I'm not putting the videos up. I didn't play the videos. If someone made videos, that's not my problem. If someone else on a third party puts the video links up and I want to show the world what it's like to be part of YouTube, and I want to post videos about the Flying Nun or Gilligan's Island, is that also against the rules? I'm just putting up somebody else's videos and the legal documents. Believe me, it's not going to end. And you have no legal grounds to even stop Shah from putting that stuff up on her channel. It's, you did it to them. You did this to them for years. And now you don't like the idea that they posted it publicly? You threaten people, and when they tell you that they want your autograph, you go to the police and tell the police that these people threatened you. You threaten other people. They say, look, I want to meet you to get your autograph, and then you go to the police and say, they're threatening me. Dude, you got a lot of problems. And they're not by far are they over yet. And when people want to go to a public place to get other people's autographs, it's totally legal to do that. You can't stop people from meeting anywhere to get other bloggers' autographs. You can't do that. But you think you can. So you can, if you want, go to the police and go to the authorities. Nobody threatened you. There's no threats. There's nobody saying when you get there, all anybody ever said is they would like other people's autographs. So if someone wants my autograph and we meet at a certain place in a public venue, nothing illegal about that. Bring that. You try to stop people from getting on a ferry to go to other people's islands. Because in your mind, you should be able to stop people from going to other people's islands. That is not legal. But you think it is. So you did it just a few weeks ago. You did it just a few weeks ago. In fact, it was right around the time of my birthday. You did it again. You embarrassed yourself by trying to stop people from going to your island. By going to the police preemptively. That was the word used. Preemptively. I stopped. You didn't stop anything. You went to the police complaining that somebody might go to your island, an island, the island, and have lunch in a restaurant. And you wanted that to be blocked. You wanted them to be blocked for having lunch on an island that has, you don't own it, you didn't buy it, and your name isn't on it. But you can do that if you want. Think how stupid you looked going there, talking about trying to stop people from getting on a ferry so they couldn't go to an island to have a hamburger. You talk about cowards. DNC. Steve 25901. Sounded like it. Flying Circus is talking about in the John Blaze video. He wants to know how big John Blaze's camping package is, and he wants to bite it. He said, I'll bite. If you tell me how big it is, I'll bite. What, does that mean you want to put it? What does that mean? You want to put it in a peanut butter and jelly sandwich? You want to wrap it in an old banana skin? What is it that you wanted to bite? You're a strange dude. Steve 25901. I suppose certain men spending all day mincing around their 3,700-foot mansion festooned in jewelry. Festooned, oh, that's a big word. Festooned in jewelry. Did you put down the thumb ring? Like Liberace might have gay thoughts. I would think Steve 25901 is correctamundo. Festooned in jewelry. And don't forget now, in all the years, have you ever once, Steve 25901, have you ever once seen him do anything manly? Manly. Cut the grass, trim a tree, go out and get rid of the ants from the tree by spraying it, wash the laundry, fix a pump. Have you ever seen him drill a hole in a wall to put up a shelf? Ever anything manly at all? Anything? Not once have you ever seen him do anything manly. But he pretends to be a man. But I think that those hidden tendencies, the Liberace syndrome, I think that the Liberace, you know, my uncle played the piano like Liberace. And he was as gay as Liberace, my uncle. I know gay when I see gay. And my uncle was gay, okay? And he was my favorite uncle. So don't make any mistake about it. I have nothing wrong in my head where I see gay people as anything other than different. But that guy, he has problems with gay people. He has problems projecting that other people are gay when they're not. Barry Jordan is a lot of things, but gay is not one of them. Definitely not one of them. That I got to give him. So, thanks for the comments, Steve. Let's go back up here. Accused Dave of molesting his niece. He did. And who's asking for children's bedroom maps? He accused Dave of molesting. There's no proof to that. I don't like Dave at all. Never did. But I never would think that. I would never make up a story like that. I wouldn't be part of my understanding of reality. And then when if Dave ever wanted to meet him, he'd cry to the police. Oh, you just coming. I didn't say that. I didn't say that. Dude, you got a lot of people you said a lot of stuff about, and you should man up to it. Man up to it. Well, man up to it, and you in a sentence, that's oxymorons, baby. That's definition of man and your name in a sentence. That's an oxymoron. How can he complain without basically? See, Flying Circus hits the nail on the head. He's sending me mail saying there's defamation and inciting. Inciting, little fella, is by definition when you send somebody to somebody else's house and have that third party attack your implied enemy. That's inciting. Inciting is telling a person that somebody did something to your dog and that person doing something about a false statement. That's inciting. That's all going to come out soon, what inciting is. Inciting is if someone says, Michael Fazio did this, that, and the other thing. You go to his house. I'll give you half the money for the hotel room next door to his house. And you go there and yell at him. And then instead, the man attacks me because he loses his mind, gets caught up, loses his mind. Or maybe that was his original intention. But he would have never known about me if it wasn't for the person that incited him. That's inciting. That's inciting. And you're going to eventually understand that was wrong. Because right now you still have it in your head that everybody does it to you. You're the victim. You're going to be the victim as long as you continue to believe you're a victim. Because that's your mentality. You just refuse to fess up to what you did. You incite people to go over to other people's houses and attack them. You have in that affidavit that Barry has, you have it in your videos that you can have anybody beat up at any time of the day or night if you wanted to. You said all of that. You said it, not me. That's inciting. Inciting is when it actually happens. Nobody's gone to your house and bothered you. Nobody ever said they were going to your house to bother you. No one ever went to your island to bother you. You just are a paranoid little victim. You're a victim. We'll agree that in your mind you're a victim. But eventually you'll understand that it wasn't them all along, it was you, not them. You created the victimhood in your mind. And you talked about John Blaze's package, not me. You talked about people going to your place to attack you when nobody ever said that. You talked about wanting to fight somebody in a parking lot. Nobody else said that to you. And you still refuse to believe it was you who heard that in your head, twisted it up in your mind's eye. You did this to you, did this to you. You did this to you. Nobody did this to you. You did it to you. Mincing came from mincing around the 3,700 square foot. I remember that part. You were the one who threatened somebody with a shovel weapon. You did that. You, if you remember, how's your memory? I told you to stop singing songs to other men. And did you? Oh, yeah. You stopped singing songs to other men and started singing songs to younger men. You did that. You did that. You did that. I didn't do that. I told you that song was going to bite you in the buttocks one day, and you didn't believe me. And it did. They're not done with you yet either, by the way. That's an ongoing thing. You're going to be pleasantly surprised one day when the paperwork is finished. They're not done with you. They're not. Take my word for it. I don't talk to them anymore. But the last I did talk to them, you have a surprise, a legal surprise coming to you. That's going to happen. And they're not done with you. They're not. They are not done with you. You did, you'll see. You'll be going back to America probably one day too. He had a battle cutting a steak. Oh yeah, oh God. Remember that? The paint can incident. That should be like the title of a James Bond movie. The paint can incident. I like that idea. I like that you remembered that, Steve. The paint can incident. How do you get this paint can open? Jesus Christ. It's a paint can. It was a paint can. It wasn't like a bank vault with, six combination tumblers with electronic digital time frame and stamped fingerprint retina identification. It was a paint can. How many ways are there to open a paint can? The man has no manly skills at all. Nothing. Zero. He couldn't open up a paint can. And painting is what he says he does. I'm a good painter. And you couldn't open up a can of paint. The contradictions are endless. I seen him steal a worker's tool. That's as close to a tool he'd ever... Yeah, it was a pair of lineman's pliers that the guy putting in the septic tank was putting in the septic tank. And he said, I took the guy's pliers because he didn't show up for work or he took too long for lunch. I saw that. Stealing another man's tools. That's a good way to get into an argument with somebody. My Titanic glasses. I don't know. The other ones broke. But they're fixable. I just forgot where I put them to fix them. Oh man, I got to get them fixed too because I don't have any more 502. Where did I put those other glasses? Hold on a minute. I have another pair of glasses. Where the heck did they go? Oh, I'll have to get them later. I have my old. I want to fix my other glasses. There's a reason I want to fix them. I want to fix them because I don't have that much glue left. And I'm going to have to go buy a new tube of that. The glue I got is drying out in the tube. Where the heck did I put those glasses? I don't know where I put them. I'll find them. Okay. I'm pretty much done. Well, Matt, from my understanding, and I didn't do it, his powerful, influential friends, somebody in America or another country sent video links to his powerful and individual friends. I didn't do it. And what they did, if the videos and that affidavit was sent to his influential and powerful friends, it didn't come from my IP address. It didn't come from mine. I actually talked to somebody about that, and they said that they could probably, if they wanted to spend the money, trace it back to your IP address. That could be considered harassment. So I just passed on that altogether. But somebody said they were going to do it, and I can't stop other people from doing it. But in the Philippines, everybody knows you. Everybody knows you. Like when I go to the city, for instance, I have no idea who I'm looking at. People walk up to me and say, "Hello, Michael." And they know me. Like yesterday, his name was not Caesar. Benedicto, I think his name. Hey, Michael, how you doing? And he's one of my subscribers. They know me, but I don't know them. But in the Philippines, you'd be surprised how many people know exactly who you are locally. So locally, like let's say, for instance, you ask somebody who this blogger is, and you show them a picture of the blogger, they'll bring you right to the guy's house. Not a problem. You want to know where somebody lives? Just walk up to the tricycle drivers in the area and just show them the picture of the person you're looking for. The tricycle drivers know where these people live. Where I live also. It's not a problem. I don't care if people come to my house. The last time it didn't work out well for the person that came, and nobody's ever come. And if another person comes, it probably won't work out well for somebody, that's for sure. But if you want to know where they live, just go to the local tricycle drivers within 10 miles of their house, and they'll take your cell phone and go, "Look, over here, over here, over here. Anybody know this guy?" Somebody's going to know you. Somebody's in the city. I'll make a video next time I go into the city of the tricycle drivers I talked to. I talked to 25 tricycle drivers in one day. How you doing? I stop, I talk to them. We talk about if I need a tricycle, where I'm going to go with a tricycle, what time I need a tricycle. It's not hard to find people, so everybody knows who you are the Filipino people know who you are if you're a foreigner. So the mayor, the police, the barangay captain, they all know exactly who you are, what you do on YouTube, if it's malicious or inflammatory. They know that already. Now, the fact that anybody can send stuff to the authorities where you live. He did it to me. He sent stuff to the Stanley house. I have the mail. He sent stuff to the barangay captain. I have the mail. But I don't care. It's not true. But for him, that's a different story. He cares. Maybe it's not true, but he cares. What somebody did to him in another country freaked him out. And they only sent videos that he made. They didn't make anything up, nothing edited. That's just his videos. And in America, that's legal to do that. It wasn't me, but he blames me because the guy who did it told everybody he was going to do it. And then he did it. But they blame me for doing it. Or you're the boss. Hey, take a long walk off a short pier. I had nothing to do with that. Because somebody made it public that it was going to happen, you're a paranoid man. Get it through your head. Your paranoia is what causes your problems. And your anger issues is what causes you to do stupid stuff and be angry. Go ahead and do whatever it is that you want to do out of paranoia or whatever. But eventually, if you lose, at the end of the day, you're going to lose years of your life doing this. Every day you wake up, every day you hate everybody every day. I hate this person, I hate that person, I hate this person, I hate that person. Every day you wake up with more and more bigger and bigger and bigger anger issues. You went off, you disappeared from the public venue because of what Barry Jordan did to you. Because you're paranoid. If you didn't do it, and it's not you, and it's not your face in the video, and it's not your video, and it's not your channel, don't worry about anything. You'll be okay. If you didn't do it, don't worry about it. But now you are arguing with Barry and Shah. You're arguing with the other guy who you did incite. You're arguing with the other guy who was attacked in a public eatery. And you want to start more fronts, battles on more fronts? Your life is just one miserable, angry existence. That's what your life is. That's what your life is boiled down to. And it's too late for you to change. Because we talked about these personality disorders, you are what you are. You're never going to change. And that Barry put all of this stuff together, I laughed when I heard that he had an affidavit. I read 2 or 3 pages of it, and I said, I'm not reading this garbage. Then I said, this will make a nice video. So anybody that wants to see this affidavit, let's get the link up there again. Son, my name is Zion. You're going to try to throw me off. I'm talking about the war in Israel because it's beyond comprehension. He's going to need to hide until the end of time. They could do a Twilight Zone with that guy. where he's in the cave with a pair of reading glasses and a voice recorder. Let's get Shah's page up here. They could. Well, that's not going anywhere. You downloaded it, huh? I didn't know that you could do that. How do you do that? I could copy the whole thing. I wonder if I could copy it all. Yeah, I just copied the whole thing. Press curtail and the letter A as in alpha. I just copied the whole document. Oh, I don't want you reading that. Okay, let's I wonder if you can. How do you download it? Copy. All right, I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna put it in a mail. I like to put it in a mail so it's easily. Let's see if it'll paste into a mail. It did. It pasted into a mail. Wow, it only took about 3 seconds. So this is Barry Jordan, Jordan, and Shah. Plus, if it's in a... let me tell you why I put it in a mail, in case anybody out there wants to copy it and put it in a mail. I do that because if I want it, let's say now I send it to myself, right? Okay, so I'm going to send this to myself. Send, okay? Let me show you a little trick with the computer. It's not a Word document, but it's all the words in that 33-page affidavit. Now, I'm going to open up this mail, okay? As soon as I get that. Barry Jordan. Okay, so now I'm going to open up this mail. Let me show you why I do this. Okay, I'm gonna turn this around. I'm gonna show it to you, and then I'm gonna forward this mail. No, I'm gonna forward it to me. I'm gonna forward it to me. Now, when I forward it to me, it's gonna ask me for my who I'm going to forward it to, Michael Fazio, right? Michael Fazio. Now, so now, when I forward it, I can add words to the document. You see this where it says files? Look, I can add the word Michael. So I could make notes. I can make notes in the file when you forward the file to yourself, which is the same thing as having a Word document, except it's in a mail and it's easily accessible. Michael's note, and then that's it. So, and then when I forward it to myself, I could make notes to myself or add video links to this document if I wanted to. So that's why I make it a Word document sometimes, but sometimes I put it in a mail. Now I want to find it in a Word document. I have hundreds of Word documents, but in the mail you just put down Barry, and every mail that has the word Barry in it will pop up. It's just a trick that I do. Could help you, could not help you. But the advantage of it is you have the original mail, you forward it to yourself, and then you can add words and video links or links to other things. Pictures, you can add pictures to it. Whereas in a Word file, you can't add pictures to it so easy. You got to do screenshots and post it. In a document with mail, you can add pictures to the document, screenshot something, put it right in the document. That's why I do it like that. How you do it like that is up to you. It makes no difference to me. All right, we're just about wrapping it up here. It's downloadable. All right. Flying Circus, I thought to print it, but didn't want other people here to find it. Everybody knows it's out there now. I still didn't get to Shaw's page. Okay, I got that then. See, thank you. I know how to do that now. I forget. Okay, that'd be better yet if you could send me a copy to my mail as a... I have it. Matt T says, I just read it. It sounds like the script from Deliverance. You know what, Matt? You're right about that. We got to give Matt a little toot. A little bang on the pot. Matt, that was pretty funny, Matt. Matt T says, Barry Jordan's affidavit sounds a little bit like the script from Deliverance. Says Matt T. Matt T. Matt T. That's pretty good, Matt. I gotta admit, I never put those two together. LOL. Squeal like a pig. He had every word. That is tough reading. Imagine. Well, he's done the same thing to me. He's done exactly the same. Worse in some degrees and different in others. Except that for me, well, that's all gonna get addressed one day for sure. How can he participate in a fantasy without admitting he's gay and wishes it were him? I don't know, but to me, it sounds like that. I didn't want my family to... Okay. Skeevy. He's a skeevy little fella. That's true, Steve. Steve says he's a skeevy man, a fella. A skeevy fella. Get him, Barry. That's true. Barry is kicking butt and taking names. That is some crazy stuff. Now, I want to get Shaw's page up there. And, let's get Shaw's page. Look at that girl. Look at that girl's face. This girl. If I showed you her whole face, and she is probably one of the prettiest girls I've ever seen in the Philippines. Let's get over here. Let's get Shaw. I don't think I'm subscribed to her channel. I might be. What is the name of her channel? Shaw. I know how to find it. I think you still could Google Barry Jordan. Barry Jordan channel. And it should go straight to her channel. No. Somebody want to give me Shah's link? I don't know where it is. Where was Shah's link? Shah. I think I had it up on this page. Special live show. Shah's life in the province. Okay, that's it. Thanks. Oh, you know where I have it? I have it in my, I have it on my homepage, on my channel, in my community post. Today's community post. Barry Jordan, right here. Okay, Shah's life in the province. Okay, so let's copy that and put it, part of it here. Let's copy that and let's see if we could get, the link. Copy the link address. Okay, it fits. Okay, so let's put that there. And then we're going to paste that in here 3 times. And then you go to the number 8. You go to Shah's community page and you go down 8 posts. 8. The number 8 posts down. So let's go here. It's the 8th community post. I want to put this in my I want to put this in my community. I want to put this in my description. I got to turn this around. Hold on a minute. There's stuff that I don't show on what videos, because I sent out a lot of videos this week to different people, and it's none of anybody's business who I sent what videos out to. But I think all of them are going to get used in a court case. Okay, so that's good. We're good like that. All right, so I pretty much think I'm done. Okay, let's save that. Let's go back to my post. Austin. Yeah. Are you Tom Austin? We are talking about a guy that put up he has a case against another YouTuber, and it's the document that we would want you to read is this document here. I'll put the link up for you right now. If you want to read the most bizarre document, someone said it reminds them of the script from Deliverance. Okay, well, this, if you want to see the other side of YouTube, Austin, this link I just posted in there, I could post it on your channel. The link I just posted there is two YouTubers. Well, one YouTuber, if you want to really know the backstory, one YouTuber has slandered and libeled and defamed dozens of people in their YouTube career. Dozens of people. Supposedly. Okay. So one YouTuber fought back and with some slander and libel, possibly, if it's proven in a court of law. Then the YouTuber that was brought to court has a counter argument about slander and libel to the original person that was supposed to have slandered and libeled him. And the link I put up is all true stuff. Okay? It's part of a court case. It's all documented with videos. And that's what we've been talking about for the last hour. In other words, nothing that's... But can you open up that link, Austin? Go to page 25. 25. Open up the link and go to page 25 and read the first 10 sentences in the paragraph. Page 25. Open it up and read it, the first 10 sentences, and then come back in a minute or so and give me your opinion. And imagine someone was saying that about you. No, I'm not suing anybody. You go to the link. Yeah, it's court stuff, but it's not about me. It's about two other bloggers. Everybody that's here, go to the link. I'm going to post the link again. Go to the link and read page 25. Wow, there's 28 people watching, and I got 10 thumbs up. Really? I'm giving you the best content of the day. Give me a couple of thumbs up. Okay, so Austin is on their way. You guys, I'm going to give you a minute. Where the heck are my glasses? I had a real... I don't know where I put my glasses. That's strange. I had a pair of glasses for 5 years. I put on a new pair and I lost the old pair. What do you mean? Where do you see the link? Let me get you the link. Maybe I gave you the wrong link. Right here, the link is right there. It's the same one that's there. Los Angeles. So Austin, the link is in the description box. If you don't know how to use YouTube, it's the letters and numbers with the line underneath it. Just click on that line. Click on that URL with the line underneath it. That's called a link, L-I-N-K. And click that, and it will open up a Word document, and go to page 25, okay? Try that. If maybe you really don't know how to click a link, and that's understandable because it's computer stuff, and it still confuses me every day. Like I can't find my glasses. Huh. That's just not possible. Maybe I slid them across. Nope, they're not there. And they're not there. And then hit, no, they're not there. Where the heck did they go? Wow. I had a pair of glasses for 5 years. I bought a new pair. I got a new pair. I put them on and I lost the old pair. How's that possible? You guys go to that link, Dr. Yen Lo. Thanks for stopping by. Where the heck did those glasses go? This is amazing. Huh. Really is amazing. I'm not even kidding about that. All right, you guys are reading the link, right? Reading the box, right? This is freaking hard to believe. This is really hard to believe. Okay. They broke. Maybe I put them outside. I guess I did. All right, I'm about ready to leave. I got something that I want to do. Didn't get any more thumbs up. So, didn't find my glasses. Didn't get any more thumbs up. I'm going to say thanks everybody for stopping by. I'm going to post. You know what I could do? No, I can't do that. I'll say thank you for stopping by. You guys can hang out. I'm going to go outside and look for my other pair of glasses. I'll be right back. Huh, no glasses. It's as if they're gone. As if they disappeared. All right, everybody. Thanks for stopping by. I'm going to go do something else for a little while. Thank you. Bye-bye. Steve, have a nice Saturday night to you. Dr. Yen Lo, thanks for stopping by. I'm Big Permy from the Philippines, which of course means Red Horse Adventures bought me a new pair. Five new pairs of glasses. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Thank you, Red Horse Adventures. Salamat. I'm Big Permy, which of course means take care always. Bye-bye, Flying Circus, DNC. Steve 25901, Dr. Yen Lo, Austin. You can come back next week, and if you're not subscribed, Matt T, let me know what you think about that. Scott Del Fuego, Mike Miko, stop by. Barry in America, thanks for stopping by. I gotta go. Umping Permy, which means take care always from the Philippines, baby. That's right. Oy vey en shalom.